there are many spiritual ways who are trying to distract you from the real truth. Ciao.
Ciao, Kurt. It was nice to meet you outside my door.
Very easy.
Very easy, yeah. But then I was the curious one asking you what you were doing.
So, I'm on a pilgrimage to from Holland to Jerusalem.
Long way, huh?
I walk from first walk to Rome, so you can say Rome is the first. Rome actually is another pilgrimage, and perhaps you can say because I walked over over Assisi.
Maybe louder because that little thing I don't think is.
No? Do I have
Maybe you have to speak louder.
So.
So you stopped to Assisi first?
Yeah.
But first, from Holland to Assisi,
Mm-hmm.
without stopping?
No, I had some breaks, of course,
Ah.
but only 1 or 2 days, and then I go on because if you stop too long, I think you lose the spirit of the flow.
Mm.
You have to go with the flow. It has to feel good, and if you feel you have to stop, you stop. That's what I do. And Assisi was a very important place for me to be. And the next important place is Rome. And actually, that's what I said. The pilgrimage stops in Rome. And then a new start to Jerusalem.
Which is a great city. I've been last year. No, 2 years ago.
Mm.
Interesting. It's kind of the truth of religion because all the religions are there.
Mm.
And in the end, for me, religion is everything and nothing. I mean, religions are all the same in the end. They are very different.
Different perceptions.
Yeah. I mean, God, if it exists, there's one. I believe that we are 1,000 million billion of gods.
Mm.
But it's always the same.
Should it be billions of gods?
No, it's a billion of pieces of God. Let's say it like that, maybe. No.
Ah.
So there's not one. We are God, you know? People, the animals, nature.
A piece of God.
A piece, yeah.
So if God is everything that is, all that is,
Yeah, but then it changes all the time, no? So there's not one.
yeah, but if God is everything, everything you see is a piece of God. God can be in everything and surround everything.
Well, it's a bit complicated to go there. But maybe the coincidence is the reason, no?
Yeah, it is. If you talk like that, it's just the way how you would want to call it, something. Try to live with call it God, call it universe. If you try to go with the flow, with the river, don't swim against the river.
Of course.
This coincidences exist. It's my English now. I think if you try to go with the flow, let's say that, you will see that things happen that you didn't know it was possible. That's what I have with my pilgrimage. I felt I have to go, I have to start my pilgrimage. And when the time was there, I sold my house.
Oh, wow.
I realized I had to sell my house because it's not possible to pay your house and the trip because I don't know when I come back and I want to be on the road without thinking how do I have to spend the money right or something like that. So when I decided to walk, I decided to sell my house, and in 1 month I sold my house. So it was incredible fast, and I sold the house with more money than I thought before. So I don't think that was and
And what about your girlfriend? She's not that happy.
I see.
See, she's not.
She's okay. With
I'm
it.
gonna go, my love, and I don't know when I'm gonna be back.
Yeah.
Oh, so nice! I'm so happy for you. What a coincidence. Go. She didn't say that
Yeah, but I walked through Santiago de Compostela
already.
2 years ago from Holland, and I walked over Lourdes, and I walked through Porto. And
Nice.
when I did that, I had my house. I didn't have this girlfriend, but another girlfriend, and
It's not there anymore.
no, yeah, she lives, but she's
No,
not.
she lives, but I'm saying, you know.
She's not my girlfriend anymore.
Oh.
And when I was walking, I realized that I wanted to walk to Israel because I saw the shields, the Israel way. But I knew I have to go first to Rome. So that was the start of my idea. And 1 year later, something, or 2 years later now, I decided to go. And so when I met my girlfriend, I told her that I would go to, I would do this. And at first she didn't believe it until I said, it's time, I have to go. So she said, okay, I know you have to go.
But maybe she'll join. No.
No, she's not a backpack person. But that's okay, because if you do these trips alone, and you, I would say if you have the balls to do it alone.
But you don't know how long.
No.
So
Perhaps I walk through Sinai, and or I
in Egypt.
see, or I find some nomads and I can walk with them through the desert. I like to see the Sinai mountain.
Of course.
I would like to climb it with barefoot, something like that. Yeah, that's another dream of me.
You remind me of this guy called Wim Hof. Do you know him?
See, the reading guy, the Dutchman.
Yeah, that's why. He goes in the ice. Not the reading man. Wim Hof is the guy that goes into the ice and climbs mountains naked, barefoot, but with the ice. He does ice baths. He's the breathing. You know me.
Yeah.
And he's Dutch, yeah.
I thought
But
so.
you look like him a little bit.
So perhaps when we go back to ourselves, through the true self, we finally look all the same.
I don't think so.
No.
No.
No, but if you try, okay.
No. Say if you.
I think at the end or at the start, Alpha, Omega, we are all the same. That's what you said, actually.
But yes, we
So
are.
much
Yes,
pieces
it's
of
true.
God.
Of course, we are all the same, but because we are opposites into one. Okay, I'll show you some things now. It's too long to explain here, but I created a symbol that is the opposites meeting in one point. So I believe in, light and dark, good and bad, men and women, everything like that is part of us, and then we meet in the middle. No, so I always say that we are lots of gray, and we are white and black, but in the end our lives are gray, in a very, very good way. And with grays you can really mingle and match the opposites, because opposites, either you are one or the other. When people tell me, you have to take a decision, you have to take, part, you have to take a side, I don't believe in that.
So if you don't have to take a side, what do you do?
I observe.
Observe.
Yeah, and then I feel what's the right. So the balance goes into, look.
But if you feel what is right, you take it one of the roads.
Yes, of course, but for example, good and bad, right? There is something good and there is something bad, but good would not exist if there wasn't bad, and vice versa. So if everything is good, it really doesn't make sense. God exists, but it makes it even being adored and being pulled towards, because bad exists as well.
It gives us a chance to learn something.
Exactly. So in the end, we live in the balance, of good and bad. And
We should
sometimes,
try to live in balance.
exactly. So the balance, I think, is really the grace, and it's between the extremes and the opposites. I speak personally, and I think that very maybe arrogantly and egocentric. I think that what I'm saying is right, but I say that is right, so I'm no one, or I am a person. So, but I'm sure if we had the chance to talk more, when you go, you promised, huh?
Mm.
You have to let me know what you do. I would love to follow you, your blog and everything, but it would be interesting to see and to talk about this, no?
The question is, I will do. Which part of you thinks that he is right?
Which part of me thinks that is right?
Perhaps you have these two parts, the light part and the ego part.
Yeah.
So, if you want to be the same like everybody, like serving each other, if you want to be the same like everybody, it doesn't matter.
Mm, what do you mean, like everybody?
Uh, the ego wants to separate. The ego wants to be individual. But if you take the ego away, everybody is the same.
But that's the other thing. Look, ego is something that is ours. We have to have the ego, otherwise we would die. No? So I think it really is very important. But at the same time, cars come by. But taking away the ego are moments. I'm sure that while you do your trip going, down from Holland to Jerusalem, there's many moments that you need your ego too, no?
I fight against my ego.
But there's no. Why do you have to fight for it?
Because it's true. Perhaps it's not good to say fight, but ego. Sometimes ego, you don't need the ego anymore. Sometimes you have to let go. And okay, it's something very big, but I like to be in the middle, without ego.
In the middle without ego.
Yeah.
Yeah, centered.
Yeah.
But I think ego is because you have an ego, you can be centered, and then you let go of the ego.
Yeah,
There are
you
moments.
Sorry,
there's a lot of flies here.
Yeah, the ego has to serve you. The white part in you, something like the enlightened part, the God space in yourself.
There's a long conversation about this, but I'm not gonna get away from here. I believe as well that when I do Reiki, when I give Reiki, my ego automatically goes away. But it's something that is. It's something that is almost automatic, because by giving others through an energy, that passes through you, you have to let go of the ego.
Mm-hmm.
So if your ego is there, it cannot work.
Yeah.
Right? So I think we make a lot of effort, and I think if God exists, He's really looking at us saying, like, you guys, really? It's much easier.
Yeah.
Of
course.
Actually, He's looking at us.
He's in you, out you, looking at you.
At me only? Oh, there.
Also at me.
At us, yeah. So anyways, I really believe that the truth is in the middle. Balance, awareness.
But it's a small line to find the real truth.
A small?
Line.
What do you mean?
Yeah, perhaps the truth is in the middle, but the path, and to walk the path of the truth, you have to be careful.
Mm.
There are many spiritual ways who are trying to distract you from the real truth. It's a new thing, like the new age and other things. You have to be careful, perhaps.
You know, again, you have to be careful. You have to be careful of everything, even of the wolves. You know, they can bite and eat you.
That's fear.
Yeah,
I don't
but,
talk about fear now.
well, no, but it's fear as well. If you go into some, pseudo spiritual things, you have to feel it. You know,
See,
and maybe sometimes going through that, you can understand your real path.
that's true. That's true.
No, you had to leave your girlfriend over there that probably you love. That I don't know. I don't want to go into that. But I'm saying maybe she loves you more than you do because your ego was so strong to let go of her.
The
So
ego.
you don't. So you know.
That's the question.
So poor girl.
Which kind of me?
Which kind of you? Yeah, right. Okay, whatever. Okay, but Kurt, I think it's a beautiful thing you're doing. I would not want to be your girlfriend because relationships are really hard and the love is really to let go in a good way. And I think she did an act of love towards you. I don't know the girl. Maybe she's not that nice, but maybe she is.
She's nice.
And yeah, and I think it's a beautiful thing. And I don't envy. I'm not a person that feels envy, but I'm happy for you that you're doing this wonderful parcours. How do you say?
Parcours. Trip.
Yeah, a trip, a process somewhere. You're going somewhere. You will reach Jerusalem, or maybe you'll stop before, or maybe you're just gonna be in I don't know, Sinai, or maybe you fall in love with the pyramids. Who knows, no?
Yeah, somebody said to me, a friend of me, perhaps you have to find Jerusalem in yourself.
Yeah, but whatever.
Whatever.
I mean, you're doing this. It's nice.
Yeah.
So without being too long, this is the first. So we can do some. You know what would be nice? That if we do during your trip. I mean, we don't know each other. We just met. But I think there is a nice energy. We can do some Zoom calls and do this like an update, no? So this is going to be number 1, and you're actually number 1 of A Matter of Life and coincidences, because ours is a very nice coincidence. Okay, cool. So let's do the hello and goodbye COVID times. I hate this COVID time.
1.5 meter.
Not really. This is half a meter.